Many years ago, in a bustling community in Anambra State, there lived a couple named Okezie and Ugochi. They are both successful traders who deals on male and female shoes. They had many boys that were serving under them, as they had 4 shops and a big warehouse inside Ochanja Market, a popular market in Anambra State. Ugochi met her husband inside the market when he was struggling with his own business, and they started dating. And after a year of courtship, they decided to get married. After their marriage, they decided to combine the business, as Ugochi's business was already thriving, and that was how they were able to build the business together. Everything seemed to be going fine in the family because they were so in love with each other. But there was a problem. It's been 5 solid years in the marriage and there was no child, not even a miscarriage. Ugochi has become the hospital celebrity at this point because all the nurses can now say her full name without looking at her file. The doctors kept telling her that she and her husband are very healthy. One day, her friend took her to a different hospital, and after running several tests, the doctor called her into his office and said, "Mrs. Ugochi, I am guessing this is your first time here." The doctor asked. "Yes, doctor," she answered. "Well, we did a hormonal profile test, and what you have here is not pleasing at all." "Doctor, please, what is wrong with my hormones?" "Which of the hormones are we talking about?" Mrs. Ugochi asked. Mrs. Ugochi, we checked the complete hormones like I said, and what you have here says that your progesterone is low. Your follicle-stimulating and luteinizing hormones are terribly on the high side. Your estrogen is not that bad, but your prolactin is not okay." "Is breast milk coming out of your breast?" the doctor asked. "Yes, doctor. Sometimes it flows when I get intimate with my husband," she answered. "Madam, we will place you on fertility treatment and observe you while at it. I believe something can be done about it," the doctor said. And just like that, Ugochi was placed on treatment. She had pills and injections to take, and her meals was also changed. After 3 weeks, she went back for a follow-up test, and she was also asked to do a pelvic scan for further analysis. When the results came out, the doctor called her into his office and he said, "Mrs. Ugochi, you see, after doing a follow-up test coupled with the pelvic scan, we found out that you have PCOS," the doctor said. "Ah, what is PCOS, doctor?" It means polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's a common hormonal disorder that is caused by polycystic ovaries with multiple small cysts, and it can lead to infertility," the doctor explained. "So what are we going to do?" she asked. You just change your lifestyle, lose some weight, and let's see how things goes. We will also give more treatments." And that was how Ugochi continued. She kept going to different hospitals and taking different drugs. She also visited many prayer houses, but they took her money with no result. One of the prophets almost raped her when she went for cleansing at the riverside. Meanwhile, her husband Okezie was standing with her during this journey. He kept encouraging her and visiting hospitals with her. They also tried IVF 3 good times, but it all failed. After many years of trying to conceive with no positive result, they finally gave up. They stopped going to the hospital, stopped the drugs and other activities they were placed on, and started living their normal lives. It's been 8 years of marriage with no child yet. Okezie's family were already complaining, especially his mother, and she was already making life difficult for Ugochi. She would mock Ugochi at every slightest opportunity. One day, Ugochi was having dinner with her husband at the dining. Then, Okezie's mother walked in to join them and eat. She put a spoonful of jollof rice in her mouth, and suddenly, she spit the food out and started screaming at the top of her voice. "Ugochi, it is already bad that you are a barren woman that cannot give my son a child. But what is more terrible is that at your big age, you cannot make a proper jollof rice without adding all the spices in the world into it. You should have added sugar into it to make it more sweet, since you are allergic to natural good food," she said, and stormed out of the place. Ugochi bursted into tears, and Okezie tried to comfort her. "Ugonke, don't mind my mother. You know she's an old woman. It is age that is disturbing her brain." Ugochi went to bed that night and could not sleep. She rolled all over the bed, crying and thinking about her situation. Then, in the morning, she woke her husband up and said, "My love, I think I have a solution to our childlessness," she said. "Wow, finally! What is the solution, my love?" Okezie asked. "You will marry another wife." "What?" Okezie shouted. "Ugochi, are you mad or are you trying to run mad? What will happen to you if I get another wife?" I will still be here because I am your first wife. But your second wife will be able to give you children since I have issues with my hormones. Ugonke, instead of getting a new wife, let us use a surrogate mother, or better still, we can just adopt a child at the orphanage. Those children need love too, Okeze suggested. But Ugochi refused. I want you to have a child that has your blood. I want you to feel like a man and prove to the world that you are not impotent, Ugochi insisted. After much arguments, they finally agreed to get a second wife. Okeze asked her to choose who she wants as a second wife. Ugochi waited for Ada, the girl that usually comes to help her at her big shop for urgent 2K. Ada was a beautiful girl and very hardworking. She was very respectful and always smiled even when there is nothing to smile or laugh about. Some people in the market even call her Ada Smiler. Ugochi had decided that Ada would be the option, as she did not want someone that will always fight or quarrel with her in the house. And since Ada is always happy and smiling, she decided to make her a co-wife. She called Ada into her office when she came to the shop and she began. Ada, please, I have something to tell you. And please, do not say no to my request, please. My husband wants to take a new wife and I don't want a stranger in my home. I want you to become my co-wife. Ah, Auntie Ugo, why do you want me to marry your husband? I'm sorry, ma, but I can't marry your husband, Ada said. But after much back and forth, Ada finally agreed to become the second wife. They met with her family and went ahead to pay her dowry and brought her home. That night, Ugochi led Ada into her husband's room, where Okeze was already sitting and waiting for his new bride. She locked the door and went to the visitor's room, where she cried herself to sleep. And this was how Ada became a member of the Okeze's family. 1 year after the marriage, Ada became pregnant and gave birth to twin boys. Everyone was more than happy. Okeze's mother came into the house and after seeing the children, she shouted, Okeze, Okike, you are a strong man. You have proven to the world that it was your barren wife that was the problem all this time and not you, my strong man. Ugochi heard all that she said, but she was not bothered. At least her husband now has children of his own, and that is all that matters to her. After 4 years of marriage, Ada already gave Okeze 3 strong boys. Everything was going on fine until one day, Ada visited her friend Uju with a worried face and Uju asked her, Ada, this one that you are carrying a long face, is everything okay? My friend, everything is not fine, no. You see, my husband's lollipop is not sweet again, she said. Ah, what do you mean, Ada? Stop beating about the bush, my friend, Uju said. Okay, what I mean is that Okeze, my husband, is no longer sweet in bed. He easily gets tired in just 2 seconds, and some nights he will just tell me that his legs are paining him, that I should help him and massage his legs. Another night when he agrees to touch me, his engine will refuse to work, Ada complained. But Ada, the first wife is not complaining, right? Uju asked. How will that one complain? She's not a sex freak and she's always tired from work. I am just a young girl and my engine is still dropping oil. It is very active, Ada grumbled. Well, I think I know what you can do about it, Uju said. I will hook you up with a guy who knows how to handle a woman. He's a non-sugar boy and his name is Jamike, Uju continued. Ah, but what if I get caught? Ada asked. Don't worry, my friend. I will arrange it with no traces and no one will know what is going on. Whenever you're about to go into your shop, just branch at my house and meet with him, Uju said. And that was how Ada started seeing Jamike, the popular sugar boy at Uju's place. They went from Uju's place to hotels and sometimes Ada would lie about going for videos and she used the opportunity to meet up with him. This continued until one day. Okeze was on a business meeting and they finished very late at night. So he decided to lodge at Sweet Home Hotel, the same hotel where Ada lodged with her lover. In the morning, when Okeze was about leaving the hotel, he saw Ada and her lover as they were about entering a boat ride that they ordered. He got angry and walked up to them. When Ada saw him, it was already too late and she couldn't run away. Okeze tried to grab the guy and beat him, but Jamike immediately pushed him hard and ran for his life. Okeze, who fell from the hard push, could not move his body. He remained still on the floor. Ada became scared and started screaming and calling for attention. and he was taken to the hospital. When they got to the hospital, that was when they discovered that Okeze's spinal cord has been broken due to the hard fall. Ugochi was in tears when she heard all that happened at the hotel. She stood by him at the hospital to take care of him until he was discharged. Due to the fall, he could no longer walk properly, and so he was given a wheelchair. After 2 weeks of recovering from the hard fall, he visited Ada's family for a meeting and said, "My in-laws, I came here because of your daughter Ada. You see, I caught your daughter Ada cheating on me with a small boy at Sweet Home Hotels when I went for my business meeting." "Hey!" Mama Ada screamed. "Ada, what is he saying?" she asked. "What I am saying is that I am a titled Igbo man. Therefore, I will not be seen with a woman who has decided to make her private place a public place for all men to come and pee," he continued. "Ada, is there anything that you asked of me that I did not give you? I gave you everything, but you chose to give me shame and disgrace. Papa Ada, I brought your daughter home to you, and I will come to your house later with my kinsmen to take back her bride price," he said angrily. "What about the children?" Ada asked. "They are my children, so I will take care of them. You can come and visit them whenever you want to," Okeze answered. When Ada's parents saw the seriousness of the matter, they took their daughter with them. Okeze was wheeled back into his car and taken home. Meanwhile, Ugochi was doing a good job taking care of her husband and the children. She made sure they lacked nothing as she showered them with love. Okeze was still nursing the pains of Ada's betrayal, and this made him sick and tired always. One day, Okeze was trying to wheel himself to the sitting room, and that was when he fell from the staircase and landed on his head. Mr. Okeze died at the spot before he could be rushed to the hospital. Ugochi cried like never before because Okeze was her youthful husband, her lover and friend, and on the day of his burial, she shaved her hair and wailed loudly in sorrow as they laid her husband to rest. Surprisingly, Ada was also present at the funeral. She wore a long black gown and she covered her eyes with dark sunshade. She kept watching Ugochi from the side till the burial was over. After the funeral, Ada went to meet Ugochi in her room and started crying and throwing herself on the floor saying, "Auntie Ugo, please, I'm so sorry for what I have done. I was just a naive girl. It was my friend Uju that deceived me. I promise you, I am a changed person. Just give me a second chance to come back and watch my children grow, please. Please," she said while crying. After listening to her, Ugochi helped her to stand up and clean her eyes. Then she said, "Ada, I want you to watch your children grow. And I don't want to stop you from being with them. But you will have to wait after 1 year. Then you can come back to the house. Then I must be done with my mourning." Ada agreed and left the house. When she stepped out of the house, she turned back and looked at the house. Then a deadly smile formed on her face, and she laughed and said, "Ugochi, so you think you will chase me out and inherit everything, including my children, Abi? You and your dead husband used my womb to get what you want, and now you want to get rid of me. It will never happen. Ugochi, by the time I come back to that house, you will cry blood. I promise you," she said and laughed hysterically. What do you think happened next? Did Ada later come back to the house? Or was Ugochi's life in danger for the decision she's about to take? Watch out for part 2 as we unravel more secrets. Hi besties, this is your favorite storyteller, Fada Maka. Please do well to subscribe, like and click on the share button to share this video out to your loved ones. And I will see you on our next story. And with that being said, I'm gonna bye.